and they thought punishment week was over. They might not be going ahead, but they're sure as heck going down.
Day 69, the time is exactly 7:30 something or another. On today's show, we've got a little bit of Liberty X. No boys allowed. You, get out. Yeah, and the Boreham Wood Belcher Jane's back with us. Like pine forests. But first, Big Brother has promised us the twistiest of 30 weeks, building up into a double eviction this Friday. To recap, the housemates have paired themselves up into mates' best friends and have been inseparable since Saturday. Let's have a look at them. Yeah, we've got Imogen? That's right. Aisling and Jenny there. We have Glyn and Mikey, Imogen and Susie, Michael and Spiral, and Pete and Richard. Yesterday, each pair made joint nominations deciding between them which one housemate they'd like to put up. Here is what happened.
Jenny and Aisling.
Yo.
You have been called to the diary room to nominate. You are required to nominate one of your fellow housemates for eviction. You may now discuss which housemate you want to nominate.
I believe we're doing this. We never get it, do we? We never...
Oh, we got it. We said this.
Not one person.
This week, the housemates with the most nominations will face the public vote with their best friends.
Yay!
The best friends nominated for eviction are Imogen and Susie.
Oh dear.
Michael and Spiral.
He's a man.
Pete and Richard.
Oh dear.
That's it.
Is that it?
One pair of best friends will leave the house
One pair.
in
Oh.
a double eviction on Friday.
Come on, guys.
Oh, we were right, weren't we?
Why is Imogen so happy? I don't understand. We can exclusively reveal that Michael, Susie, Spiral and Richard were all nominated, meaning they'll be taking their best friend Dan with them. Jane? Curious. So, to recap, Aisling and Jenny, safe. Glyn and Mikey, safe. Imogen and Susie, nominated. Michael and Spiral, nominated. Pete and Richard, nominated. One of these gruesome twosomes will be out on Friday. Oh, nice, I like it. Stroby, but I like it. Quite possibly as a result of their best friend's unpopularity. And remember, you're voting to save, all right? Save, S-A-V-E. But is Big Brother's decision to sling them out as pairs doubly good or doubly bad? With that in mind, today's Cool BBLB could only be nominations doubly good, doubly bad. Is number score. Hey you, Cool BBLB on 09011 101 101. Or text us, text studio and your comment to 83188. Or email us at bblb@channel4.com. Oh, I didn't do nothing. Oh, Warden Howie, you must understand, I didn't do nothing. Oh, Howie, that really hurts. Ow. All right, I'll do the news. Life in the Big Brother house can feel restricted the best of times. However, at 10:26 this morning, things got a little worse for the housemates when they awoke to find out they'd be ruled by the governor. Take a look.
this?
How exciting!
Housemates, for this week's shopping task, the Big Brother house is being turned into a prison.
Yay!
Housemates must divide into 5 prisoners and 5 prison officers. Housemates must decide within their pair who will be the prisoner and who will be the prison officer.
Baggy being an officer. Baggy being an officer.
Just to confirm, the housemates are being sent down are Aisling, Glyn, Imogen, Pete and Spiral. Oh, they've been terror of him. For this week's shopping task, the prisoners must live in the Big Brother prison next door to pass. Housemates must complete a number of tasks and abide by a strict set of rules. They must be monitored by their guards. They'll get up to 60 minutes exercise per day in shackles and have prison food delivered through a hatch. At 1:47 today, the first prisoners got banged up. It's like a dream come true for Glyn. Take a look.
Oh, I don't like it. Send some people in. Glenn, look at it,
I'm supposed to go to a question mark or something.
That explanation mark.
Oh, all right, yeah.
Glenn, we're in prison.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone's been more excited to be in prison on Earth ever. And if they fail this week's task, the housemates will receive some basic rations. The Big Brother prison is, in fact, no holiday camp. At 5 p.m. this afternoon, the governor set the prisoners their first task. Chop, chop it, mates!
Okay, prisoners. For today's task, prisoners must peel and dice 1,000 onions.
Oh, this is killing me. Oh, my eyes.
It ain't working, this thing.
That's a lot of onions. Huh?
It ain't working, man.
I don't want to be prisoner anymore.
Spoon in mouth. That was Little Brother's big news. Oh, now, best friend music. Jane! Oh, steady, Jane. How are you, Jane? You all right?
I'm really, really well. A bit cream crackered, but there you go.
Why? What have you been up to?
Oh, all sorts of things, Dermot. Don't know where to start.
Most important thing, the thing you've enjoyed the most?
I can't give it away too much, because obviously it's a lot to do with...
Yeah.
But a little bit of naughtiness as normal, so there you go.
OK, back to the house. What do you think of this week's Best Friends task?
I actually think it's quite good for the group as a whole, for them to be bonding, because you don't normally get the whole group bonding together. And there's no getting away with it, like when they're going to the loo and showering and the bedroom thing and getting up and they're all having the picnics and
They've
stuff.
been getting on very well.
Very, very
Since
well.
someone left the house.
There you go, well, there you go.
Interesting. How do you think it will affect the results of the nominations?
I think we all know who's going up, don't we? The three...
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Richard and Pete,
Yeah.
Susan, Imogen, Michael and Spiral.
Yeah, I think there could be some prizes at the end.
What, in terms of who goes?
Yeah.
OK, interesting. Who would have been your best friend before we talk about it?
Susie or Richard or Michael.
You've gone straight for them?
Yeah.
OK, and which pair out of those three then do you think will go?
Do you want the honest truth?
Yes.
Richard and Pete.
You think Richard and Pete will go?
Not because I
Has
think...
the world fallen off its axis?
Because when I watched it last night, it said to save, and I
Yeah.
think people are going to get confused. So everyone's going to be evicting the people.
I think
Which
people-
means Pete and Richard will not be getting any votes. They'd be the least votes, which is why they would come out of the house. Who gets the least votes? It's to save.
I would agree with you, had it not been in the script 8,000 times vote
Yeah,
to
but some
save.
people are a bit drunk and everything, getting in on a Thursday night all drunk.
People will understand that.
Well, I hope so. I
What
hope
is
so.
everyone? It's vote to... Save! What is it, Jane? It's vote to...
Save.
There we go.
I hope so. But I just think sometimes people, like with Nikki, I think people just thought she wouldn't be going, so didn't bother, you know. And maybe with me, I don't know.
You honestly don't believe, though? I mean, you...
No, I actually think it could be Michael and Spiral, though, if I had to choose.
Well, out of... I mean, because most
Yeah.
people won't think that Pete's
Yeah, I
gonna
mean,
go.
Susie survived. All the big characters are going, so I wouldn't be surprised if it's Michael and Spiral.
Now, who do you think the house would miss the most, just individually?
Well, out of those 6?
Yeah.
Well, Pete and Richard. I think the other 4 they wouldn't know, really.
OK, now on Sunday you said you'd like to do a fitness video. We are about to grant that wish. Look at you getting all restless in your little seat. The Liberty X girls just happen to be pros in this field and, insanely, have volunteered to show you the ropes. So, young lady, you get yourself changed and we'll see what you're made of after the break.
They're really skinny, oh my God.
In 4:28. Welcome back to Big Brother Silver. This is going to be great. It's day 69, time is 7:46. If, like me, you're wondering what Jane is doing now she's at, wonder no more. She's only gone and joined Liberty X.
OK, girls, are you ready? Jane, are you ready? We're going to work on the sweats. Here we go, girls. Right, first of all, right and left. Come on, Jane. Right, 2, 3, 4. Left. Now both arms and bend. Right.
Bend those
Left.
knees, Jane.
Right.
Bend those knees, love.
Go all the way down. You're going the wrong way.
Six circles, one. Make
like
it
this
sexy.
bit.
Ooh,
I
yeah,
like
Jane,
this
babe.
bit.
Other way, one. Now you got to thrust like you mean it. Okay, ready? And thrust. Ooh. Ooh. Then work the butt.
All right, now we're going to go to the right. We're going to do the grapevine. Here we go. To the left.
Have a word.
Come on, Jane. Here we go. We're going to do some star jumps on the stand. Ready? 1. Star jump. Star jump. Come on, Jane. Higher. Higher. Higher.
I'm there.
Are you ready? And pound.
I'm there, girl.
Thank you.
Liberty X, everyone! So if Jane is now your new favourite housemate, it's too late. You can't vote to save her because she's out, but you can vote to save your favourite pair. And don't forget, Leah's gone too. Which pair stays, you decide. To save both Imogen and Susie, call 09911 32 33 21 or text pair 1 to 844 44. To save both Michael and Spiral, call 09911 32 33 22 or text pair 2 to 844 44. To save Pete and Richard, call 09911 32 33 23 or text pair 3 to 844 44. Remember, this week you are voting to save. Oh, man, now time for one of my favourite parts of the show, the Wall of Correspondence, everyone. Tried to think it's on Sunday, just didn't have time. First things first. Bonjour, Dermot. I love Gay Dermot. So, let's take a look. First of all, Janice Hoyce from Essex reckons boyfriend Ian Thompson looks like Pete. Now, before I show you this, would look like Pete if indeed Pete was in the film Mad Max. Is it all or nothing? Look at him. Absolutely terrifying. Terrifying, but I'm sure very nice with the old red eye there. If indeed that is red eye, maybe he's the devil. Next up, Neil Granger was working in Tokyo and he was reminded, looked out the window, just reminded of Leah. I don't understand what's happening there. Lord knows why. Let's take a look at it. There we go. Man, that bombed, didn't it? Oh, well, it wasn't one of my favourites either in the meeting. And lastly, but this one, however, definitely is, OK? We had an email in from Donna Marie Rowell. Dear BBLB, when Michael and Richard were in the garden the other day discussing God, Michael smiled and his ears flipped back, just like my cat. I'm convinced I saw what I saw, but none of my friends believe me. Dermot, please, can you help? I need to prove them all wrong. We thought, interesting story, but come on, no one's ears actually do flip back like a cat. Give it to our Clips researchers, they had a little look. She's only gone and done it. Donna Marie Rowell, she's right. Take a look at this. That is extraordinary. Now then, it's only really put into context when you, of course, slow-mo these things and put it on a... So let's take a look at it. Look at that. Would you like some milk? Do you believe in God? Are you Lionel from Thundercats? Are you half man, half tabby? So if you see that happening again, because obviously you want to do some sort of montage, but we're convinced it must happen all the time, get in touch with us. Please keep sending your stuff in. BBLB, PO Box 636, Bournemouth, WD69BD. And email us, bbLB@channel4.com. So we've established our next guest are fit as butcher's dogs, but let's look beyond the superficial and delve a little deeper. Please welcome onto the sofa Jessica, Kelly and Michelle. It's Liberty X! Hello, girls. Nice to have you with us.
Thank you for having us.
So first things first, does Jane have what it takes to release her own fitness video, girls?
Oh, I think she's got some very big potential going on there.
The way you were shouting at her, she'd lose all that weight in no time.
Sorry, Jane.
No, it was good, but I'll tell you what, it was like Sergeant Major time there, Michelle. So how do you think the house has changed now Jane's gone?
I think that it's a bit boring now. I actually really like Jane in it. I know, like, you burped a lot and whatever, but that was funny to watch. I think since Nikki and Leah and Jane, all of the big characters, female characters, my favourites, have all gone. I just think
it's quite early on for us. I mean, I know we've only got 3 weeks to the end of this week, but it's quite early on for us to lose like 3 big characters.
Yeah. I know
there's
Pete's still there, but they're all nice characters. I'm not saying Jane wasn't nice, but she was a character on another level.
But they're all happier. They're all happy this week now. They've got their food back and they're not so grumpy because they were grumpy last week.
But you don't want them to be happy. You want, do you know what I mean?
Michelle wants to see them squirming in their own misery when she turns on the television. Well, you are right there, Kel. Big Brother's obviously helped things along with this week's Best Friends task. Let's take a look at the difference from this week to last week.
Hey, do you think you're shouting out? Shout out you! Oh, shut up! Going on about it!
I'm just saying, don't just be more chilled out, like, that's all.
No.
Because we're
I don't want to.
This house is not sweet. This house is full of people bitchy, being nasty, being selfish, being horrible. And they're only nice when it suits them.
This weekend, housemates will celebrate their love and friendship for each other as everyone spends some quality time with their best friend.
Oh.
I love you, Rich.
I love you too, Pete. Lots and lots of hugs. That's the key to a lasting friendship.
Can I have a hug? Yes. Can I have one after her, please, Mikey? Beautiful Susie, she's so lovely.
Days in the last few days been proper nice, haven't it? Everyone's been getting along, everyone's been loving each other.
Two best friends.
Thank you, Big Brother.
Now, with this whole prison task, though, Michelle's going to be a lot happier because they're going to go back to a bit more misery.
Yeah, I mean, that's what Big Brother's all about. Not necessarily all about misery, but it's about having things interesting. They can't always be nice, can they?
OK, now, well, this is going to stir things up because Imogen and Susie, Michael and Spiral and Pete and Richard are all up. Any surprises?
I'm not surprised by any of them, actually, at all.
What, Pete and Richard?
Well, no, but it's Richard, isn't it, that's got the votes.
I suppose so.
So, yeah, I think it's...
What about you, ladies?
I'm not surprised, really, by any of them. I thought it would be Susie, Imogen and Spiral and Michael.
Are you surprised Aisling and Jenny aren't up?
Yeah, I am surprised. I mean, I don't know what they feel about them in there. Obviously, we just see the edited version. But, yeah, Aisling does my head in a little bit.
Oh, does she?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. No, the thing is, I loved it. When she
her.
first went in, I thought she is a decent girl. She's got her head screwed on and everyone's taking the makey out of her.
Yeah.
And she's lovely. But now she's just like... Oh my God! And she's just like, get her girl, and it's just a bit.
Jessica, you like Aisling?
I like her a lot.
Defend Aisling.
Yeah, no, I think she's a really decent girl, and I like how she takes people to one side and she sorts things out face to face. She's never been bitching at all the whole time she's been in there.
What, are you sort of? Is this how the band dynamics work?
Yeah, it is.
You two at each other and you just stand
me
there.
mediating.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've changed my opinion a lot on Aisling. At first, I was indifferent. Then I absolutely loved her, I really warmed to her. Now, I'm not sure if a person actually is overcompensating for the booze she might have heard when, she got evicted.
Yeah. Okay.
And she's been overly nice.
Out of those pairs, though, who'd you save?
Oh, Pete and Richard.
Yeah,
Dave.
yeah, definitely.
Most people, I think, are going to say that. Lastly, who are we backing and why, girls?
I am going to back Glenn.
Ashleen.
I love Jenny, I've got to say, but I'm going to go for Pete.
You're going to go with Pete, all right. OK, so here we go. Who was up for Pete? Here we go. There we go.
No, cutest thing ever.
Oh, isn't that nice? Glyn? Who's for Glyn?
Me.
Yes, OK, sorry, Michelle.
Could you supply me with something?
Well, she's supplying with a carrot. And lastly, interestingly, nice to have someone else on the board.
Ashleen!
Ashleen, indeed. Thank you very much, Liberty X, everyone. Let's call BBLB. It's quite simply nominations. Doubly good, doubly bad. The girls are still with us. Let's go to the lines. Jackie Davis is first up from Bristol. Hey, Jackie.
Hi, Dermot.
Doubly good, doubly bad.
I've got to say first, you're looking just a little bit gorgeous tonight.
Jackie!
In fact, everyone's looking just a little bit gorgeous.
Jackie from Bristol, you ain't got no time for none of that nonsense.
Sorry. I think it's doubly bad. Doubly bad.
Doubly bad, you
It
think?
would just be another Black Friday if Pete was to go. I don't know what I would do if Pete went.
OK. Do you think that, I mean, obviously, you know, we're obviously impartial, but it doesn't escape to notice that so many people love Pete. Therefore, do you think there's any chance that enough people would vote to save the other?
I don't know. I hope that doesn't happen, but I've kind of lost faith in the British public after Nikki went.
Me too. I love Nikki.
Bring her back.
OK, well...
Let her do a John Tickle.
We can't. Thanks, Jackie.
OK, thanks.
Leanne Jenkins is next up. Hey, Leanne, how you doing?
Hi, Dermot, how are you?
Doubly good, doubly bad, Leanne.
I'm doubly good.
OK, why?
I think it's very, very exciting because obviously we're going to lose 2 people on Friday. I think that the public will vote like myself to save Pete and Richard because they're both fantastic characters. And I think that if either any of the other 4, it wouldn't be a loss to the house because none of them are particularly interesting, in my opinion.
OK, thank you, Leanne. Thank you to those wonderful aliens who are obviously there with you. And lastly, Emma from Littlehampton. Just very briefly, Emma, what do you reckon? Doubly good, doubly bad?
Oh, it's doubly bad. I like to put one person from each pair. Would like to say Spiral, but, you know, seeing with Ashleen.
Yeah.
Michael, drag him out the house. He's irritating. It's got to be Rich and Pete. Pete to win.
OK, thank you, Emma. That is all we've got time for. Thanks to Jessica, Kelly, Michelle and Jane. Don't forget Big Brother tonight. Big Mouth after that. We're back 7:30 tomorrow, E4. Take care. God bless.